G'day everyone, Lucas here from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and today I'm taking a look at the Duke. As you can see here on camera, I have the Duke controller. This is the original controller that came with the original Xbox back in 1990, whatever it was. No, it was probably 2000 and so. Editing Lucas, can you put up the proper year that this thing came out on the screen now? Thank you, there it is, beautiful, lovely. Continuing on, this is the biggest controller that I have ever had my hands on in the world. And this is actually the very first Duke controller that I have ever had my hands on. Now, I have an Xbox, an original Xbox, and it has the S controller or whatever they called it. It was like the secondary sort of controller that they released, which was a little bit smaller than this one. But I've never actually had this one, and I have to thank good old Sqril for sending me this controller, because he's just an absolutely amazing dude. He was talking, he gave out a whole bunch of games on our Discord channel. He's like, yeah, if anybody likes any of the games, and you can have them. And he had a couple of these Duke controllers, and he gave one to me, and he gave one to Uncle Chunt, and I am absolutely amazed that he's just sent this across to myself for nothing. He's just gifted it to me. And along with the Duke controller, he's given me this game called called Amped, freestyle snowboarding for the original Xbox, and it was only on Xbox. There you go, it was an exclusive. And it also has the game manual in it, back in the days when we actually got manuals with our games. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to set up my Xbox soon and have a play of that. And on top of that, he's also sent another game, which is AFL Live 2003. Now, I don't fully understand how AFL works. I don't really know the rules. I know they kick the ball through a set of goalposts, and I think the players in AFL must be really, really bad, because they actually put another set of goalposts on the others, like on the outside of the goalposts, to kind of like say, well, you missed, but we'll give you a point anyway, because you tried and you were close, but didn't quite get it in the goalposts. So there's that I understand about AFL. But there you go. It's got the disc in there, and another instruction manual as well. Is an exclusive? This one wasn't exclusive. This one must have been on the PS2 from Acclaim Sports. I don't know if they ever made any other games, but good on them. But there you go. So AFL Live 2003. I'll have a go at that when I do set up my Xbox, and we'll try Amped as well. I've got a few other games as well. But that wasn't where it ended. Sqril thought, oh, Lucas wants a Duke. I'll send him the Duke, which was really cool. And I'll give him a couple of games as well. But I'll also send him a cool Player 2 controller, which is Logitech's controller. I don't exactly know how this one works, because it's wireless. It doesn't have a plug or anything. There's no wire coming out of it. But how does this sync up to the Xbox? Is it supposed to have like a dongle? Because there's no dongle. Or because I don't think the Xbox, the original, had like Bluetooth or anything like that. I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't think it did. But anyway, I've got this awesome thing. And we never had the bumpers back in the original Xbox days. We had a black and white button, which is these ones here. The Duke has it too, because they were originally removed and turned them into RB and LB, is what I understand. And that's what those ones are there, and these ones up here. But yeah, they moved them. It's probably a better position having them down here, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I've got to say, the original Xbox, these guys made the best triggers, where the PlayStation controllers for this time, and basically every controller after that, didn't have as good a triggers. And they also made it so when you put the controller down, it sat on the frame of the controller and not on the actual trigger. So putting the controller down didn't actually activate the triggers like the PS3 did. If you put that controller down while you were mid-match, you were going to throw a grenade or something like that. But yeah, so no bumpers there. But this thing was so huge, it even had, I think these are like memory card slots. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never used this controller, but it's got 2 bloody memory card slots. I guess if the thing's going to be this bloody huge, why not take advantage of that? There might even be, I don't know, snack holders for all I know. You could probably put something in there to mind it while you're playing video games, and you could eat it, I guess, by chewing on it, doing these ones. But anyway, this is the Xbox Duke controller, and it's bloody huge. Now, there is a story, and I think it's been told a few times, and I guess it's true. I have heard it from a few different places, but there's a story behind why this thing is so damn big. And I'm going to keep it really short because I think everybody might already know, but apparently Microsoft outsourced the components inside here, like the board, to some company that ended up stuffing up the dimensions and made it way too huge, and they didn't have much time because the console was coming out, so they just basically made this shape to fit and house the big massive circuitry inside. And so we came up with this huge thing. Like, look at this thing in my hands. Like, this is probably a little bit more like a normal sized controller, and look at the size difference. Look at that. Look at this chunky son of a bitch. But that's the Duke. Yeah, so they made it really big to fit that circuitry. And apparently the Duke name, I got this from Sin Spacey's, his show that you got to check out, Sin Spacey's, and you got to check out Uncle Chunt. He's cool too. Sin Spacey's show, they were talking about how this was named the Duke after one of the Microsoft guys or developers or designers or something like that. I think his kid's name was his nickname was the Duke or something like that. I thought it was named after John Wayne because he was like big and cool and strong and powerful and all that sort of stuff, and this thing is all of those things. But yeah, and this one's corded obviously, and they had these weird plugs. It was like USB on steroids that plugged into the console. But yeah, so that's the Duke controller. Thank you so much to Sqril for just sending that across. It's like a little care package. I got that in our PO box, and it was really amazing to receive that. That's my first and only ever experience with a Duke controller. So if you've got any questions about the Duke controller or this video or anything like that, send it to me in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you. I had something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was, so I'm just going to end this video here. But before I go, I think I've got to say something along the lines of thank you very much for watching. Make sure you press that like button. Don't forget about the subscribe button. The subscribe button needs some love. And the thumbs up button, that's the like one. But that's all I've got. So until next time, I am Lucas, and I will see you.